Hello everyone, it's me again, and me and my dog Ace snapping behind me. I thought, what can I do a little video on quickly whilst I have the time? And I watched a similar video the other day and I thought, well, I've got loads and loads of these, so I can do this. People like go through their Pandora collections, and I've got quite a few Pandora bits that I can show. They've all got their own like little stories as well behind them, that I think I remember the stories to them all. So I'm going to try and show you the mainly charms, the charms I've got and who bought them me and why, what they were for, etc. Most of them have nice stories. There was one charm that I know I've got, but it's in a drawer or in my wardrobe somewhere, in a Pandora box wrapped away, and it's my favourite charm, and I think I got it for Christmas a couple Christmases ago. I think my first Christmas as a mum, and it's a mum charm from my mother-in-law. I know roughly where it is, but I've got to dig my whole wardrobe out to find it, and I didn't quite have the time, so that's gutting because that's one I really wanted to show, and I wanted to put it on my new bracelet that I got last Christmas because I've run out of room on my original one, which is why I was packing my charms away so I could fit them on the new bracelet. I had one bracelet before Christmas just gone, and trying to squeeze them all on or rotate them was annoying, so now I've got another bracelet I can actually wear them all at the same time. Anyway, let's get to it. So here's my collection, 3 bracelets as you can see. I've only got one Pandora ring, which is here. And I feel like a lot of people have this Pandora ring actually. It was quite a popular one years and years ago. And quite embarrassing because I think Daniel brought it me about 4 or 5 years ago. Possibly longer, maybe 5 or 6, and I asked him if he bought me it, and he said he thinks so, but he can't remember, and I think he did. So I'm just going to go with that. I think Daniel bought it me about 5 or 6 years ago. So this one along here is the first Pandora bracelet I had. It's one of those bendy flexible ones, whereas these two are more like bangles and they're more stiff. So this is the first one I had, and it's full up with charms as you can see, so I'm just gonna unravel it and take them off. Okay, so I've done the first bracelet now, that's empty, and I'm actually going to empty this one as well. They're not in any particular order, so it doesn't matter which charms go back onto that bracelet or that bracelet. Okay, so I've taken them all off and I've roughly grouped them together, and I've decided, because I've got a big pile, 7 charms of Disney ones here, I'm going to just put the Disney ones back onto this bracelet when I'm done. So I'm going to have a Disney bracelet and then the rest, everything else. So the actual bracelet was the first thing I ever had from Pandora. Dan brought it me, gosh, probably around 7 years ago now, and it's one of those flexible ones. He got the safety chain with it as well, which is a lifesaver, because there have been many a times when it's come undone and everything has only been saved because of the fact of the safety chain has been on, so it's so worth getting. So these two are the charms that Dan got me with the bracelet. It's my first ever charms from Pandora. This one says love in different languages, so see there's like French there. If we turn it round, there's English and there's other languages as well. And then this one's like a little envelope, and it says to my love, and it's like a little letter sealed with a love heart. Then there is this charm, quite self-explanatory, 21. My mum brought it me for my 21st birthday. Next up, there's this one. This is still one of my favourite ones. I don't really know why, I just like it. And Dan brought me this in, I want to say 2014, maybe 2015. I remember why. He dropped me off in town to take my theory test, and he went to Pandora and brought me a charm for passing, even though he didn't even know if I'd passed or not. He went and bought it whilst I was taking it and come out and give me this. Next, there's 2 Valentine's Day charms here. The first one says Happy Valentine's Day, and that was our first Valentine's Day together that he brought that one. And this is a couple years, maybe 2 or 3 years ago on Valentine's Day, that he brought me these ones. I think I actually picked that one out, the 2 little doves. Next, I have these 2. I've put these 2 together because they're both from my mum. The gift one was a one for Christmas that she got me, and the bow one was just probably a birthday that she got me. And she got me the bow because there was a time when I wanted pink bows tattooed on the backs of my thighs. I never went through with it, which I'm quite glad I didn't. I chickened out when the appointment came round, but that's what that was for. But I like this bow. This plain silver bow is fine. This is another one from Dan. It's like a heart box, and it opens up to what looks like a little ring inside. That's what it looks like closed. It reminds me of like a proposal or something you would get someone after you've proposed. I don't think that was the case, but that's what it reminds me of. Next, there are these 2 charms I got from New York, Christmas time 2015. The one on the left is an NYC apple, and on the right just a Pandora shopping bag, which I think you can get from anywhere, but it just reminded me of New York because of all the shopping and everything. So I wanted to go with that one. For Mum, my little charm from my doggy Ace, although not actually really from him, but my little charm to represent the fact I am a fur mum. I love this charm. I'm so glad that I'm a Leo because I just love lions, and I love that I can celebrate being a Leo by actually having like a lion charm on my bracelet. So this is my Leo charm that I got for my 22nd birthday. This is one of my newer charms. It's Hermione Granger from Harry Potter. My mother-in-law brought me this for Christmas just gone, Christmas 2020. I love Harry Potter. Hermione is my favourite character, so there you go. This one is from my mum. It's like a little mortarboard graduation cap, and she brought it me for... I can't remember if it was for Christmas or if it was just like a random graduation present. I graduated in October 2020. It might have been it might have been a present for that, or she might have waited until Christmas. But I got it at the end of 2020 sometime. This also is one of my favourites. It's really pretty to look at, to be honest. This view isn't doing it justice because you can't really see. It's like a white background, and then the tree, which is like a family tree, is really sparkly, and then it turns around so that on the back it says family is a circle of love, and I got that for Christmas 2020 from my brother-in-law. The next charms left are all Disney ones. I have 7 Disney charms in total. First, there's this Mrs. Potts charm from Beauty and the Beast, and that was from my mother-in-law, and it reminds me of our wedding because we had a Beauty and the Beast themed wedding, and it's one of my favourites because it just reminds me of our wedding, and I don't have any other charms that remind me of our wedding day or to do with married life, so I love it for that. The next 2 charms are this Little Mermaid seashell and Dumbo. They're both from our holiday that we went to in October 2019, Greece. One I brought myself, and the other my mother-in-law brought. And my father and mother-in-law both slyly asked for my advice in the shop about which Disney charm to get their friend. And I must have suggested it amongst others, and really they were buying it for me, and that was really nice, and I wasn't expecting it at all. So these 2 always reminds me of that holiday. These are the last 4. I know Mickey and Minnie were brought together. I'm just having a hard time remembering who got them. I think I bought the Cinderella shoe from Disneyland Paris, and I want to say this one's from Disneyland Paris, but that might be from my mother-in-law as well, because I think I got a couple of charms from Disneyland Paris. I had to stop there because the focus was just going so funny. It's really hard to focus on these tiny little charms. My mother-in-law definitely got 1 or 2, and I bought a couple from Disneyland Paris. I want to say it makes more sense that I got the Cinderella shoe and the little charm on the left from Disneyland Paris, and maybe they brought the Mickey and Minnie. But yeah, I'm having a hard time remembering. I've got quite a few charms, so it's really hard to keep track of them, but I know that this lot is split between what my parents-in-law got me and what I bought from Disneyland Paris. And then we have these bangles last. I got them both for Christmas 2020. This one was from my mum. She decided, because I already had this flexible sort of one, that she would buy me the harder one this time for something different. So it's one with like a clasp. And then they had a promotion on, Pandora did, that if you spend a certain amount you get this bangle for free. And Daniel was buying his mum lots of Pandora stuff for Christmas and wasn't sure who to give this bangle to, and then in the end he said he would give it to me, so that's nice. And I don't usually wear bangles like this, I don't actually, but I thought they'd be really uncomfortable, but I actually love wearing it now. And when I go out, I always make sure I have this bangle on, because it's just, it's different for me, my style, but I just really like how it looks when I wear it. I love my Pandora bracelet. Most of the charms remind me of something, like a specific event or time in my life, like graduation, birthdays, something like that. Obviously my mum charm, my pet charm, they just are really personal to me, and obviously that's what I like about Pandora, the fact that you can personalise your bracelet to me. So I've actually lost my bracelet once, and it was the worst gut-wrenching feeling I've ever had. We went to Amsterdam, checked the room over, packed, thought I had everything. I took all my jewellery in like a plastic zipped case and just left it in one of the wardrobes, didn't even see it, and didn't even realise until after we had landed from Amsterdam. A couple days, maybe 1 or 2 days after, I was unpacking everything and it was nowhere to be found. And I had like a horrible flashback, and I was just like, I didn't pack it. I remember now, I don't remember taking it out from the cupboard and putting it back in my suitcase. So we emailed the hotel and explained, and they had actually already found it and was keeping it behind, and we had to transfer something like £10 over to them, and then for the postage, and that was it. They just sent it out straight away. I think within like 2-3 days it was back with us, and it was the best. And I still like think about that sometimes. I'm like, I'm so grateful that they did that. Ace has come to remind me, haven't you, that he's in the house, because it's just me and him today, isn't it? So he's come to annoy me and tell me, remember, I'm here. You want some attention, don't you? Yeah, I'm gonna go now. Bye.